It's Valentine's Day, and that means hearts and pink and romance and glitter and all the soft, pretty things that the heart longs for. If you want to see how I made this pretty look, keep watching. Okay, so here's what I've already done. I've done my eyebrows, or I've done my foundation, I've done my eyebrows, I have primed my eyes and powdered them down with my Beauty Creations banana powder. And I've done my contour on my cheeks and my blush. I put a little blush on my nose and a little up here, but I haven't done the contour below my chin. So let's go ahead and start with that, and then we'll work into the eyes. For this look, we're going to do something very, very pink. But let's get a little contour. Hence the reason why the cheeks are so pink. And I've never been very good at this, but I just try and chisel out my jaw. I do it because I'm old and I'm getting a little bit of a waddle in here, and the shadow creates an illusion. Okay, I'm going to take a little down the sides of my nose. And I'm just using what's left on the brush. A little at the tip of my nose. Now I'm going to do my highlight last, because it's what I do. So for this look, I'm going to be using a couple palettes. I'm going to be using my Eloise, the Queen palette. These beautiful shades. And this was a gift from my girlfriend, Babette. Thank you, Babette. And then I'm also going to be using some shades from my Wet n Wild Wild at Heart palette. Looks like this. I love the color story because it has a lot of neutrals. It has a lot of purples and greens and blues. It's very versatile. It's also a very difficult palette to open, but it's very versatile. Alright, so I'm starting with my Eloise, the Queen palette. Break for sippy stuff. Now, the Wet n Wild palette doesn't have names, just numbers on their colors. But the Eloise Queen palette does have names. So I used on my cheeks, which is why it's very rosy, the color Empress, this pink right here. But as my transition shade, I'm going to use Elizabeth, this pink right here. First thing I'm going to do is start off with my sticky tape, because I want this to have a heavy wing. Now I have a lot of foundation, so it's probably not going to stick very long. I'm going to start with one eye first, and then I'll probably do the other eye off camera. I'm going in with a large fluffy brush. And I'm going in with the color Elizabeth, which is kind of a bubblegum color. This color right here. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I'm going to do a deep cut crease on this. These colors are so beautifully pigmented. This is going to come out much brighter than you think. So I'm going in very soft, very light, laying down the color and blending it out all on one stroke. I can build this up as dark and intensely as I want, but it's really hard to remove because the pigmentation is just so good on this. Go in and just build it out a little more. And like I said, I want this nice wing, so I'm taking it out. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with the color Empress, which is on my cheeks. And I'm going to do it in the exact same placement, but a little lower. Again, starting off light and building up. And I'm going back in with the brush that I applied Elizabeth, the bubblegum color with. And no extra product, I'm just going to blend that out just slightly above. And I'm doing a deep cut crease or a half cut crease. So I want to bring this down into my lower inner corner. Now I'm going to go in with more of a pencil brush. And I'm going in with the color Amina, which is kind of a mauvey burgundy color right here. And that's going to create my contour, kind of give me that cut crease look. But I want to keep this all very pink. It's Valentine's after all. It's a pretty color, but it's not as dark as I thought it would be. Now you can start to see where my eye is starting to hood. And I want this to come up higher. So I'm going to blend it out higher. And then going in with the same brush that I applied Empress with, I'm going to dip once, tap, 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 really tap it out and just blend that softly. And then without adding any extra product, I'm using the same brush that I applied Elizabeth, the bubblegum color, and I'm just going to soften it up even more on the edges. I want this very soft and blown out. This is a very romantic look. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put that palette away for just a moment, and then we're going to my handy dandy eyelash curler, which you all know I use to cut my crease. It has been this most incredible tool. I absolutely adore it. So I'm going to take a flat concealer brush, dip it into my concealer, and I'm just going to paint it on the edge of my eyelash curler. Like so. And I'm taking it all on the edge here. Okay. And then I'm going to take it and press it in and carve my crease. And you see I've created a line there. Now I'm just going to fill that space in with concealer. Kind of drag it down and in. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the warmth of my finger and soften up that line. I'm not even patting, I'm just rolling. And then I wipe off my finger in between every one of them so I don't get it off where I don't move it. And then I'm going back into the color Amina, the dark pink color. And I'm just going to kind of put that in the outer corner and kind of connect the colors together so that it isn't quite as sharp. And I want to kind of deepen up that crease a little bit. Hopefully without Smudging my line. And then I'm going in with the same fluffy brush and a little bit more Empress. I'm going to take it in that outer V a little bit more and just soften up that edge. And then going back in with Elizabeth, which is the bubblegum color. First color we started using. And I'm going to actually put one little swipe on there and tap it out really well. And again, just increase that pink shade. And over here, just soften that edge. Now I'm going into the color My Lady, which is this frosty kind of pink color here. And I'm using my finger to apply it. Still in the Eloise, the Queen palette. And I'm just going to kind of fill in, very lightly tap all in here to get that frost. I don't want it very heavy because I want the color very light. If I was smart, I would have put white down first, but I didn't, so I won't. But where I really want the shimmer in that color to come from is this beautiful diamond shade in the Wild Heart palette. These don't have names, they have numbers. This is number 9 in the palette. It is the first color in the second row. It's this beautiful diamond shade. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but let's see. I'm going to take my finger into it and see if you can see this. Right here. And I'm just going to tap that in there. And you can see how beautifully shimmery it is. But it's not so opaque that it covers the color underneath. Like so. Then I'm going into the pure white that's in the Wild Heart palette. Again, on my finger, I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. And then I'm going to use the same diamond shimmer shade and just frost that up a little bit more. Just get a little shimmer in there. Now I'm going to change this tape out because I want to do the under eye. So with the under eye, I'm going to start with my pencil brush again. I'm going into the color Amina, which is the dark pink from the Queen palette. And I'm just going to connect that under part. I'm taking it all on the lash line. And connecting it to the B here. Then I'm going to take the color Empress, that medium pink that I've used on my cheeks, and smudge that out. Then I'm going back in with the bubblegum color again, Elizabeth, and smudge it out even further and even lower. Going back to my handy dandy sticky tape, I'm going to make that wing again so that I can do my very heavy winged liner. For this, I want a very thick black winged liner. So I'm going with my very fine angled brush, and I'm going to use my Beauty Creations After Dark gel liner. Now this liner dries out a little bit. A lot of liners do, especially the lower end, and this is very affordable. So I'm using my Inglot Duraline, and 1 drop is all I need to revitalize that eyeliner. And I'm going to start with my inner line. Usually I start with the wing, but I want this to be a very large wing. So I'm going to start with my inner line first and work my way out and conjoin the two. So I'm taking this inner line as close to the lash line as I can. And I have wrinkles in my lid, so I'm trying to keep this as straight and fine as I can, but truth be told, I have wrinkles in my lid because I'm old. And once I get to the tape, that's where I'm going to start to form my wing. But I do want that large wing to join seamlessly with the liner that I've already placed down. Now I have hooded lids, so I'm going to look dead straight ahead and try and fill in. If you look now, it's kind of got this awkward curve to it. I'm going to try and fill that in. So I look straight ahead. And just fill in that space. Peel off the tape and voila. Now I'm just going to kind of fill this out a little bit more so they meet a little better. But that's really what I was going for. For mascara, I'm using the Colossal Curl Bounce from Maybelline. I'm not sure I like how black this is, but it does kind of curl my upper lashes upward. Now, because of the thickness of the liner, you're not going to see my lashes anyway, but I'm going to put on some very dramatic lashes. So I'm going to do my other eye and put my lashes on off camera, but I'm going to be using my Dollar Lash Club lashes in the style Cassie for this look. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. So I remember there was a step I forgot. So I've done the other eye, I've done the eyeliner, the lashes. I've pretty much caught up with where this eye is, but I haven't done my false lashes yet. Because I realized I haven't done the glitter. It's not Valentine's without glitter. So I am using my Wet n Wild FX, and I can't remember. It's an iridescent glitter, and the print is too small for me to read, so I can't remember what color. But it is a glitter liner. You could do this with silver. I'm doing this with multi-chrome colors. But I'm going to take it right along the cut crease. And do the other side. And I'm not going all the way to the outer corner. Just where I have the light pink. Okay, I'm going to give that a second to dry. Go ahead and apply my lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on, so we're going to do the finishing touches. For highlighter, I'm going into my Kat Von D Alchemy palette. I'm going to use the shade Pink Opal, which is right here at the bottom. And it looks kind of yellow in the pan, but it comes out very pink. So I'm going to take my dense contour brush and go right on the tip of my nose. And you can see it comes out very pink. Take a little bit right over my lip. And then right on my cheekbones, the highest part of my cheeks. And if you want it more intense, just apply more, which I like to glow greater than the gods. Okay. For my lipstick, I'm going to use my MAC lipstick in the shade Viva Glam Nikki. I'm not sure, but it was a gift from my girlfriend Carla. It's a bubblegum pink. I love this formula. It's so creamy. MAC does some beautiful lipsticks. And the last thing I'm going to do is take my white eyeliner from ColourPop. This is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'm going to draw a couple white hearts. So there's one. And let me do one more little one. Et voila. This is the final look. What do you think? Very glam, kind of soft and pink and bubblegum. But it's very romantic. Perfect for a Valentine's Day if you're wearing pink. I hope you like it. Join me for the next video. I don't know. I'm putting them out sporadically now, so I'm not really sure when that's going to be, but it will be soon. In the meantime, I hope you like this one. Show me what you got. Tell me if you like it. Leave it in the comments. If you haven't already joined our Facebook group, Have Faith in Your Face, please go to Facebook and search us out. We'd love to have you. Let us know what you think and show me your Valentine look. I'm really excited to see it. Until next time, stay magical, my little unicorns.